There's nothing worse than recording half an hour of a tutorial and then when you get it into the editing software, you realize that you haven't recorded any audio. Well, time to do it again, I guess. I hope I can be heard now. I got this model from a friend of mine from Discord. I also used to be a newbie in Blender. Nobody is born with the information. You still have to go through and make the mistakes, and I made them already and learned through them. And I'm making this video because I realized there are a lot of tutorials trying to show how to make a donut or a weapon or a stylized thing, and they go through the fancy tricks, the most easiest of things that show you how to make that specific object, but not how to model in general. In this tutorial I will try to show how to fix your workflow, maybe fix some mistakes that you didn't realize you were making, that I realized way too late. And yeah, let's start with this. This model, I don't know if I said it, is from a friend of mine. He gave it to me to help him, so I decided to record a video to show everyone else how to do it as well if they get something similar. Okay, so the first thing that I do when I try to troubleshoot a model is I just go to here at the shading. I change it to object because I want to see how the shading looks like, and as you can see the shading on here looks weird. This is maybe not everyone could see it, but I'm used to seeing it, so I can automatically see that there's something wrong with it. As you can see, the simulated light shows light outside and this part is dark. While this part is dark, this part is light. This means that the face orientation is wrong. This is why we go here, here, at the viewport overlays in the settings, and we enable face orientation. And by face orientation we will see where our objects are red. Red means inverted normals, which is not good. You don't really need to have the faces showing inwards. It's like wearing your t-shirt backwards. Anyway, to fix it, you just go into edit mode, you select everything and you press Shift N, which will recalculate the normals. And if the recalculation of the normals accidentally made it red in your case, and you don't want to recalculate again, you can also change that from inside. But anyway, you can go to Alt N, which is the normals menu, and you can press on flip on everything or individual faces that you want to change, and this will change the color. You can also go here, Shift N, and recalculate the normals. Now we have all the normals all right. We can go back to disable this to focus more on the model. We see that our model is somehow shaded smooth, but if we go down here at normals, we don't see auto smooth enabled. This is a huge red flag. It means that it shows that the model might have double vert somewhere, which is the case around here and everywhere on this model really. Yeah, this can be fixed very easily, luckily. Just select everything and press M from merge menu, and merge by distance. It will mean that everything that is far away from each other by 0.0001 meter will be merged into one. So this is fine, this is fine, this is fine. As you can see, we fixed it, but the shading got really bad because it calculates it like a pillow, you know, it's like getting a cube. Maybe you have tried this experiment before, and shading it smooth, it looks horrible. It shouldn't shade like that. This is why you don't need to only keep shading smooth. Flat is bad for every single type of use. You just use smooth. And you go to Auto Smooth and press on this to have a very nicely shaded model without any duplicate verts. Also, you can press on U for UV and go to the UV mapping menu and clear seams. The seams here to go back. are not that good. They need to be practiced, because I also was in that circumstance. I didn't know how to understand the concept of UV unwrapping, but I learned through many mistakes. I made mistakes, and then I made other models which I made a bit better, and now I guess I'm okay at unwrapping, I don't know. So yeah, let's check this one. This one also might have duplicate verts. How do I know? Because I recorded this tutorial 2 times. Yeah. So as you can see, everything is full of duplicate verts. You can just select everything with A and M, merge by distance, and now it's all right. You can also auto smooth like I did before, but this thing also has more geometry problems. As you can see, the geometry here is really messy. You don't really need this line over here, so you can select it in edge mode and click on Ctrl X, which is dissolve. So we dissolve that. We can also dissolve this line over here. We dissolve the thing on the other side and this thing, and now we have a very clean topology over here. Well, as clean as it can get, and it's good. Well, we didn't do it on that side, oops, but it's because we don't need to, as I will show you a trick. Let's go to normal view anyway. Okay, by the way, I'm going to local view by pressing the how is it called, this button. Like in mathematics, when you try to divide something, I'm using this button to go to local mode and only see this instead of hiding every single model. Yeah, this one doesn't seem to have any geometry problems. We already checked for the face orientation, it's alright. We can check again, by the way. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure if that merge by distance didn't mess up the face orientation. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to save, to unwrap it, and I want to save a lot of texture space by cutting it into half. So you see this asymmetrical object, we don't need to use all the UV space for all of the pieces. We can cut it in half, see? This is the middle of the object. We can just go here in edit mode, select everything with X-ray. By the way, you go to it with Alt-Z. You go to Alt-Z with, you go to X-ray with Alt-Z, and you select this line over here, which is the middle, and you go to the 3D cursor menu, which is accessed by pressing Shift S, and you click on cursor to selected to put your cursor right in the middle, and you need to select those 3 objects that we have here and set origin to 3D cursor. Now the origin of each of those will be in the middle. This means we can completely delete everything on that side. Poof. Yeah. And we can go to add modifier, mirror, boom. We have a mirror on the other side. And we can edit this thing, and it will also happen on that one. Also, we can also add a mirror here and here, but you know, it's tedious work. We only have 2 objects over here, but if you had 100 objects that you wanted to apply at once, you just select both of them, and the last thing you select is this one with already established mirror modifier. You click on Ctrl L to link and transfer data and copy modifiers over here. But you will have to fix those. Yeah, right. Another problem is that we didn't apply the rotation. Apply rotation for this. Yeah, we disable the X. The rotation might be weird because it would disable the way we understand the axis, and the mirror wouldn't work as properly as we would want it to work like. Okay, I think this is everything, except that it's not. If you go to the end menu, you can realize that besides the rotation, which is 0, 0, 0 for everything because we applied the rotation, the scale is -1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 0.083, which is really bad for the unwrapping. This thing will be huge on the unwrapping table, and we don't want that. This is why we go here and apply scale, and apply scale here, and apply scale here. What happened? Apparently the applying of scale on this model inverted the normals, so we need to Shift N again. And now everything is alright. By the way, this is the hard ops menu, which I have by purchasing the hard ops add-on. You can still go there, but I just like it with the hotkeys. I'm pressing Alt V for the menu, which you might not have if you didn't get the add-on and activate it. Just a shortcut. So now that we have the scale and rotation enabled and a similar origin point with mirror modifiers, we can start working on the UV unwrapping. I will press divide, and I will just, you don't have to apply seam. You can also use the U menu, which is the UV mapping menu. I just wanted to use that with F3 because I'm used to that. So you treat it as a cube, when you... let's imagine this is a box, right? A cardboard box. If you want to cut it and put it in a 2D orientation, like if you have a really tiny cardboard box and you want to put it into a book, you need to cut it the way that you would want to reassemble it back. This is the, I don't know, I call it the orange theory, or the orange practice, or the orange exercise. This is the best way to call it, okay? Try to peel an orange and then assemble it back, put the peel back on, and maybe eat the orange and try to assemble the peel again, and maybe you will understand how UV unwrapping works like. So if we would want to UV unwrap a box, we would U to mark seam here, and we would mark seam on only 3 of the sides. So when we go to the UV unwrapping of this, you see this is already unwrapped because it is a basic form, but we also set the seams here, so it works like this. And if we would like to assemble it in 3D, imagine this is a 3D shape, we would just, whoops, I guess I can't move one without moving the others. We would just rotate it and bring it up. And this two, and this two, and this two, and this would be on the top. So yeah, imagine those glasses over here are a box, right? This is a corner of a box which you have to unwrap. You press, well, not F3, I'm used to this. You press U for the menu, and you mark seam there. And this is also a sharp corner where you mark the seam. And we don't really want this back shape to continue to the main one on the front, so we will just cut it into a different piece by holding Ctrl while clicking on others. So now we go back to UV editing. We press L on face select just to select the thing that we have while being limited by the face, I mean the seams that we placed, and we right click here and click unwrap. Let's put it on the side, and the back of it, which we will also unwrap and put it on the side just to analyze it. You see, we only have a gray thing over here, which is not great. We want to see how stretched it looks. This is why we'll go to this menu and click on display stretch. It is blue, it is alright. If it would be red, like I don't know, Sometimes it goes red or yellow, like in this case. That's bad. That's really bad. That's very stretched. You don't want that. This is why this is the optimal way to do it. Anyway, I selected everything and unwrapped again. And this is how it looks like. Let's go to local mode. If we go to this seam over here, you will see that it is pretty clean. You don't really realize that it was cut. Same here, you know, you can, oops. I don't know what's happening. I'm pressing 1. Oh, I guess I accidentally enabled a hotkey of mine, personalized, I don't know. And as you can see, the corner is visible, but it's not that big of an issue to fix it. I think it's fine just the way it is right now. Now that we have the glasses unwrapped, we need to unwrap. Let's go to this part first. Again, you unwrap this corner, this corner, this corner, and that one on. Let's do this one. Actually, no, that one is closer to what we want to do. Then we select, by the way, an easy way to select everything on the side is just to go to face select and press C to circle select everything, then press 2 for edge mode, select loops, boundary loop. And now we can mark seam here without selecting with Ctrl, which is very annoying. UV editing, unwrap. Looks pretty good. Even here. And now we have last piece, which is this V. We don't really have a way to cleanly unwrap it, so let's just select those, deselect those. We have the boundaries now. Mark a seam there, there, maybe there, why not, and there. It's corners anyway, so it doesn't matter. We will have this. Okay, let's select everything that we have just so we can put them together really nicely. We select everything, unwrap. Well, I have an add-on called UV Packer, which packs them a lot nicer, saves a lot of space. You can also get it, it's free. You download, you install the zip file, and you put the exe file that comes with the add-on in the files of it. And now we are using 69 nice % of the UV place. You can see it's mirrored. Any details that we will do there, let's see. Do we have texture paint? Yes, we do. Any details that we put here will appear on the other side, which is good. I think we're saving density. And again, we can check the face orientation is nice, the geometry is nice, and the UV unwrapping is good. Which means that this model is now ready for texturing, for exporting to anything. It doesn't have duplicate verts anywhere, it doesn't have reverse face shading, and it is UV unwrapped properly. I hope that this could help you figure out mistakes that you have been doing in your own workflow. This is it for tonight. I am glad I could help if I did, and good night.